Well, it's Monday, and I haven't put up a video in a little while, so I thought I would just do a little garden update. Here's the squash and cucumbers. I have some little bitty ground cherry seeds in here, but I don't know how they'll do. And then outside, my neighbor gave me some little onions. She asked me, can you use some onions? And I thought she meant like cooking onions at first, but it turns out they're planting onions. So I'm going to go out and do that. Plant those, I mean. And here's the backyard. Still waiting on the mulberry to recover from the 2 hard frosts it had every time it kept trying to leaf out, so we'll see how it does. Bleeding hearts are starting to bloom, which are always quite lovely. Blackberry that I'm letting grow over to there. And the pawpaw continues to leaf out, which makes me happy. There we go. Little leaf buds on the branches. Hellebores. I uncovered a few of the May apples. I'm going to have to mark where they are so I don't pile up leaves on top of them so much, because you can see they're not as green as they should be right now. Actually, I can show you the difference with one that I have over in this little bed. That's really how they should look. And I thought there were others in here, but that's the only one I'm seeing right now. And oops, what else? The haskaps actually are putting out some nice growth over here. A little bit of blooms, but I like the way this one's getting some extra leaf growth in there. And even that one, you can see it's coming off of the stems further down. Here's this blueberry that it blooms so nicely and it sets the fruit, but oops, they can't really ever ripen very well because it only gets that much sun during the day once all the trees are leafed out. And the little American persimmons doing okay. Better than the Asian one now. That one hasn't leafed out yet, which is interesting. And then we've got all the extra plants back here. I've got some okra that are coming up. And this one here, some little okra coming up. Those are extra poppies. Like, I need extra poppies. These are all the flowers plus some basil, sunflowers and cosmos, calendula, and marigolds. And still have these tomatoes. They're actually looking okay, surprisingly. I've got to figure out where I want to put those. I repotted or potted up some of the extra peppers and eggplant I had because I wasn't sure where I want to put them in, and they needed something new, or needed more room and just better environment. And then these are also more calendula and marigold, and those are the safflower. nettles. That's where I took my nettles from the other day to make my little nettle pie. This rose is doing good. I have to keep it going up here somehow because it's a climbing rose. My muscadine is leafing out, the one that I planted from seed. So that's good. This guy's going to have to get cut all the way back. And next year I will protect it from the frost. No passion vine yet, but it will come. The hops keep putting out their little shoots, which makes me very happy. Some there too. Another one back there. Another one next to the pot. And they will have lots more sun since these two trees are gone now this year. Motherwort and lunaria in here. There's the sweetgrass. This gooseberry is got some little blooms on it. I hope it will maybe put out more fruit this year since it has more sun. All these peonies are coming up. I don't know why this one is leaning over like that. I guess it's just leaning towards the sun. Rosa canina is starting to come out a little bit. All this Aquilegia is looking really good. I spread the seed around and I had a lot that has come up and it's looking very nice. Black currants. Here's the clove-scented black currants, and the blossoms do smell like cloves, which is really neat. The clematis is starting to grow up. These little gooseberries came back. I'm happy they did. They didn't put out much growth last year, so hopefully this year they can put out some growth. Mint is coming back. Another black currant. There's the plum and one of the horehounds. Strawberries, getting little blossoms on them. Some of my cardinal climber is starting to come up in there. And this is the other persimmon that is like, come on, it's time to leaf out, my friend. Just have to be patient. There's comfrey coming back in here along with poppies and buckwheat. Here's some of the blackberry that I took slips of and from when I was cutting it back and put them in here. They're doing okay. These rhubarb are doing well. I can probably uncover them soon. Little peas, garden peas. This guy will probably be planted right here, the yuzu. And still waiting on the pomegranate. I hope it comes back. All the raspberries are looking pretty good. I have to find a way to stake them. And all these guys, there's really nothing to show underneath except that the ones that were frostbit seem to be, it's kind of hard to see in there, seem to be coming back. Some of the corianders coming up there. These are the rat tail radishes. And the red mustard. I've been thinning that out. I have to give them some mulch. Just a little bit of the kale came up. I don't know what happened there. Buckwheat. I've been thinning the poppies so that they have more room to grow. I'm trying to get them so they're not as crowded as they have been other years, because I think each of the plants would be more robust if I did that. And in here I will be cycling in sunflowers and any of the other plants in back, calendula, marigold, because the poppies kind of give out early summer. It's a little bit of the, I think this is, what you call it, Queen Anne's lace. Little sweet peas there. There's the St. John's wort. Man, my brain is slow today. And still more of the let me see there. I don't know that you can see it, but the angelica, plus some dill and parsley in here, and these sunflowers that just came up on their own. These guys have done well. My cheapo purchase. They were kind of dying towards the end of the season before the new ones came in. Rosa rugosa, starting to leaf out some. All the daylilies, and actually the bearded irises are looking really good. Bergamot or bee balm coming back nicely. These borage under the domes are doing pretty well. Wormwood, I mean, a lot of stuff. These haven't put out a lot of growth yet, but a lot of stuff hasn't, because we haven't had any sustained warmth. Lots of valerian in here. Another rhubarb. Lady's mantle over here is coming back. Couple of them. Meadow sweet is coming back in here. I'll probably put some nasturtium seed where those daffodils are, but they're bloomed out now. Some of the azaleas are already leafing out. Obviously, the dogwoods are blooming. More rhubarb. Motherwort's coming back. Thornless blackberry. Lots of daylily there. They will have more sun this year, so maybe some of those will bloom. And the Japanese maple's all got its rust-colored leaves that it leaves out, and then they will turn green towards the summer. Lettuces, beets and carrots. I tried to plant them so that I wouldn't have to do too much thinning, so I filled them where it looked like there was some spaces. There's some more seeds. Sage. This thyme looks like it's got little new growth in there, so it's coming back. This is the new thyme I planted. I think this was a lemon thyme. Oregano's coming back as well. There's all the raspberries. And that's about it. That's kind of the little view of the garden this morning.